Folks, today I want you to meet my good friend George B. He is the president and CEO of U.S. Gold Corporation, which you'll find on the NASDAQ under the symbol USAU. George, thanks for taking a few minutes to join me today.
Chris, it's always a pleasure. Good to see you.
Well, I'm excited to have you as one of our panelists at the upcoming Better in Our Backyards Mining and Energy Expo. I'll actually be chairing the one that you're on, besides introducing you as the MC, so that's going to be great fun. But I want to give people a little bit of an idea of who you are as we get going and as an inducement for people to come. You're one of the more seasoned mining executives I've ever met in my life. You've been literally all over the world, had a great career with Barrick Gold before you somewhat came out of retirement several years ago when you understood how great the CK project is that U.S. Gold has in Wyoming. So give us a quick Cliff Notes version of your bio.
Okay, well, I'm from the UK originally, but obviously I'm naturalized in the US at the moment. But I've lived and worked all over the world in, operating and developing mines. And so after a 40-year career, I was sort of semi-retired in Park City, Utah, and I was presented with the opportunity to come and have a look at the CK Gold project in Wyoming, and it seemed to me to be a great opportunity. And hey, presto, here I am on the cusp of making it a reality.
Well, I've heard the story from you, from other management at U.S. Gold in the past about how when you were presented with the attributes of a great uh, no-brainer first world project in the state of Wyoming that has both copper and gold, compared to some of the places that you've operated and built mines in the world, you looked at this and this is kind of like shooting fish in a barrel, isn't it?
Well, look, the last mine I was involved as general manager developing was, gosh, it was at, let's say, 14, 15,000 feet up in the Andes in Argentina. It was remote from civilization. We had to build probably 150 miles of road from the provincial road network. We had to generate our own power. We had to build a camp of probably about 3,500 people to actually build the mine, and that's all very complex and taxing. So when you're offered the opportunity of doing something 20 miles outside of Cheyenne, Wyoming, we're an hour away from Denver. We've got great low sources. It just makes it that much easier. So that's what makes CK Gold project different. I call it CK because it was called Copper King.
Right.
So it's actually a copper and gold mine, and that is really a great place to be in the current financial situation.
Oh, for sure. We know that copper is a critical mineral. We don't have nearly enough of it going forward. And it's going to be extremely important for us to be able to source this, in our own within our own four walls. And of course, that's the reason why we have Better in Our Backyard. Tell us a little bit about your experience so far with Better in Our Backyard, George.
Well, look, we have you know we've tended to say, oh well, we can buy our minerals and our strategic elements overseas, and don't need to do this messy mining business in our own backyard. And when you look at the mining of the past, there are some legacy issues, but we are fully regulated. We have a great body of knowledge, and the authorities look after the whole mining business. Everything that we do has to be bonded, and why not produce in your own backyard? We consume a lot of the minerals and a lot of the resources, it's fair that we should produce it and produce it in a responsible manner in an area which is well regulated. So, let's do that within the US of A. We've got a great mineral endowment, and we've got the skills and the people to be able to extract these resources and secure our own strategic needs.
Absolutely. Folks, in the notes along with this, I want to have a link to the latest conversation I had with Luke Norman, who is the executive chairman of U.S. Gold. It'll give you a lot more details about the CK Gold project, which of course is your flagship project. George, you've got other assets in the company too. My opinion, very firmly expressed in that, is that you guys are one of the best stories of a development stage project in the U.S.
We've got a million ounces of gold and 260 million pounds of copper in our initial mine plan. So on a gold equivalent basis, we'll be producing in the first 3 years, well over 150,000 gold equivalent ounces. So that's, when I say gold equivalent, we convert the copper to a gold equivalent and, add that to the total. So it's not huge, but it's a very important supply. And, at a time when the permitting to get mines up and running is very long, we've been able to get our project permitted and ready to go. So the project's going to get bigger. We know that we've got resources at depth and to the southeast of our current deposit. And, I think that 10-year mine life is going to increase. However, we were laser focused on putting together the initial mine plan, getting that permitted, getting up and running, so that we could be very careful with our shareholders' investments in the company. So, it's not a huge mine, but it is very important at a very strategically important time in our history. And just talking to what's going on, electrification, data centers, infrastructure. We need copper, and certainly we need gold as a very stable financial instrument that's been with us for thousands of years.
Well, and copper and gold are both going to be big winners, I think, in the future going forward, as I believe will your CK project. Folks, a great shovel-ready project, pretty much. Copper and gold, both in Wyoming, fully permitted, no other permits needed right now. And just a great, exciting story. And it's the epitome of the kind of companies and stories that we're looking for to feature with Better in Our Backyard. I'm delighted you're going to be there, George. I'm looking forward to seeing you again the beginning of October. And folks, also in the notes here will be information on the conference, how to register, etc. So, George, glad to have you on board. I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Good to see you. And yeah, we're going to have a great conference. And I think there'll be a lot of great information emerging from that get together.
Great. We'll see you then. Thanks, George.